Everybody, Wednesday morning, it's October 8th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is watching the commute first, and Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa here. See a lot going on that map behind you there, Maria.
Yeah, it's all adding up to a messy morning. Nothing that is too high impact, so that's good. I don't have any warnings associated with the rainfall right now or watches either, but you can see temperature-wise how mild and muggy it is from 70 at Newark, 68 in Central Park, 69 in Bridgeport. This is the peak of the day. It's not going to get any warmer than it is right now. But as far as the rain, some of the heaviest coming through Morris and Passaic County right now. So between 287 and I-80, the yellow on the radar right there along 208 as well in northern Jersey. See, that will continue the next few hours. So by 1 o'clock, finally, not just drying out, but the breeze kicks in and skies start to clear. But note the temperatures mid-60s, breezy, clear, and much cooler by the time we get to about 10 o'clock, upper 50s. All right, coming up on 6:01, Adele, what's the latest?
Wet roadways, of course, and it's going to make for a complicated commute. You're going to need extra time. Be very careful out there. We are starting to see more crashes pop up. Not what we like to see. One of those areas being 287 in New Jersey southbound into exit 39 for Route 10. You've got a crash taking out a couple lanes. Already seeing stop and go traffic through the area there. And then into the Bronx here, Bruckner Expressway westbound by the Hunts Point drawbridge. Also crash taking out a lane with delays back past the Bruckner interchange. Darlene, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. 6:01 now.
And it all makes sense when you find out who it is. You're like, yeah, of course, it's that. All right, let's show you right now. Of course, we've been talking about how dry it's been in the short term, getting some much needed rainfall today. So we'll time out when the sunshine is back, because it will be quite soon, but also soon the next round of rain. So we're going to time that out for you as you head into the weekend coming up in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Also ahead,
your name written all over it, Michael. Let's go. If you are hitting the roads here in New Jersey, still seeing some heavy delays on Route 1 northbound because of an ongoing crash over by Amboy Avenue. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got an update for you on that accident in the Bronx. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the Grand Central Parkway by LaGuardia Airport. You're watching Today in New York.
And I think it's just people, like, I'm not going to be on the Italian national team, likely.
Right.
So I think it's just a way for people to get involved and be part of this big event.
Up close.
You know, these sporting events are really good about that, too. There's always ways to volunteer. And
yeah, I think it's a good point.
Exciting. Yeah. And, yeah, we're looking forward to that. I can't believe 10 months away. That's it.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, one of the airports that'll definitely be busy around that time, Newark. Right now, you can see traffic moving nicely. And this one spot here on the Turnpike and a glossy tarmac. So far, so good as far as any delays being registered right now. We'll keep an eye on that because we've got a couple of things, the low clouds, the rain, and the wind that could be an issue later on. You see the flags whipping right now on the plaza, and of course the rink opening up this weekend. Temperature-wise, it'll cooperate a little bit more with more of the icy part of things, but right now it feels tropical. We have 68 degrees, dew points at 65, so very, very humid. As far as rain right now in the 5 boroughs, getting a little reprieve. We see some of the steadier rain from Bergen County up and through Sussex and into Ulster and Dutchess counties. Nothing that has any warnings with it, but just know that it's messy, right? We have, along with the winds, the leaves are coming down. Watch those slick spots. Our future forecast here showing that by 9-10 a.m., especially east of the city, so from Merrick and Islip, Bridgeport, and down the shore, we could get another little surge in some of the steadier rainfall as the front approaches and moves on through. Already by the afternoon, though, we're drying out and that sun will come out. And it's going to be beautiful looking. It's just going to add a chill to the air, that's for sure, by Friday into Saturday. Then Sunday and Monday, this will be the next system that we've got our eye on, a coastal low that right now looks to throw not only some rough surf and northeast winds, but some rainfall here. So not a pleasant end to the weekend and start to early next week. So we've got the breezy conditions today, and those will pick up again Sunday and Monday with this next system. So we sort of peaked with temperatures today. We're going to spend the rest of the day in the mid-60s. Those northwest winds kicking in tonight, that brings the chill. 30s and 40s north and west, 49 for the city. And then tomorrow, lots of sunshine, a brisk and cool northerly breeze, and highs that'll only be in the upper 50s near 60. By Friday morning, our chilliest of the next few, and then showers for Sunday into Monday along with the wind. And then after that, it does look pretty nice next week with another chance to see a couple days in the 70s. All right, 6:17 now. Adele, how's it looking out there?
Definitely some wet, slick roadways, and we're seeing more and more crashes pop up. So we really want everyone to take it slow out there and be very careful. If you are hitting the roads a little further north here in Westchester County, Hutchinson River Parkway northbound by exit 13 from Mamaroneck Avenue, you've got a crash taking out a lane. delays both ways through the area there. Heading down to the Grand Central Parkway westbound into exit 12 for Queens Boulevard. You've got an accident here. That's also blocking a lane. Also expect to see a tight ride westbound into the Kew Gardens interchange. Heading into New Jersey, this crash on 287 southbound has cleared out, but we're still watching this crash on the Bruckner Expressway westbound in the Bronx over by the Hunts Point drawbridge. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thanks so much. 6:18 right now in New Jersey.
It's a celebrity catch, too. It got everything happening. Good morning, everybody. 6:30 a.m. on this Wednesday, October 8th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle has a big update on the B train right now. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa has this Wednesday forecast. A little rain here and there.
Yeah, you know, it's a moderate amount of rain, so we can handle that part of it. It's just timing that's not great. But as far as, of course, we need it, that's always a good thing. It is a very gray, damp picture out there. We're still on the mild and muggy side of things, so you're seeing that number right. 69 degrees at Central Park right now. 71 at Newark, 60 in Monticello, Poughkeepsie at 65, 73 in Islip. You can see where the steadiest rain is for now, still to the north and west. We've had a few rounds come through the city, through Bergen and Rockland County, up and through Orange County. So your drive up the thruway, also in through northern New Jersey, obviously wet roadways. Still more to come through, so we're not quite done. Next couple of hours, by 9, 10 a.m., a lot of that is beginning to dry up to the north and west of the city, and then by midday in through the city. So two-part kind of day. The sun does break out by 3 o'clock, still just 66 degrees, but we're adding a very brisk northerly wind that takes the humidity down, but adds a little bit of a cool flare to the rest of the day. All right, 6:31 right now. Adelle, lots to navigate around.
Yes, it's going to be a tough getting around this one. B trains are completely suspended both ways because of a broken rail by 34th Street. D trains, you've got some service changes as a result heading uptown, and your A, C, E, and F trains, you can expect to see delays both ways. Roadways also a mess right now with the slick roads here. It is going to be a tough go. Bruckner Expressway westbound by the Hunts Point drawbridge. Crash takes out a lane. Delays back to the Bruckner interchange. Michael, back to you.
Adelle, thank you very much. Developing now some tired kids this morning, right, trying to get up, and parents tired getting them up because of the game last night.
Everybody. Then you got the rain and maybe not motivating you to get up and about. But later on, it's going to look good as we have, of course, the game later this evening. But yes, some heavy rain through the neighborhoods. Watch at the bus stop. Temperatures are nearly steady, so you're going to need the umbrella now, jacket later, and maybe the heavier jacket for real the next few mornings. We'll talk about the low temperatures in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Still ahead, a scare. And
Yes, please. Hitting the roads right now, though, not looking as great here on the Bruckner Expressway westbound side by the Hunts Point drawbridge. Still watching that crash, taking out a lane. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got an update for you on all those subway issues. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the Gowanus Expressway through Industry City. Darlene, Michael, it's a heavy ride both ways.
Adelle, thanks so much. And you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. We'll be back. Welcome back, 6:42. It is 69 degrees here in Midtown Manhattan at this hour. Well, when it comes to the kitchen, nothing beats a family recipe. In Lower Manhattan, a mother's love of cheesecake has become a must-have treat for decades.
It's a business now run by her daughters who are keeping their mother's legacy alive one slice at a time. Tracy Strand introduces us to these moms who mean business. That's right. Beautiful. And it works so hard.
Yeah, and the cheesecake looks delicious.
And it will make me happy.
Yeah, it would make me happy too, and it looks like it's made with a lot of love.
Yeah, it sure does.
So much love. Oh my goodness. And sometimes those little bites are just right.
Yes,
just
right.
enough to perk
especially
up.
if you get 5 of them.
I like your style. I like your style. Absolutely. Tracy, we love your stories. We love them. Let's just show you right now. We love the rainfall because we need it desperately. We've got a little bit of a dry break right now in the city, but you see the gray skies. We're still very much on the warm and muggy side of the big changes we're experiencing today. 69 degrees right now at Central Park. Dew points into the mid-60s. So again, the live radar showing that break in and around the city. Much of Long Island rain-free for now. As you can see through portions of northern New Jersey and the Hudson Valley, Wallkill to Mayapack, Newcastle to Ramapo up into Poughkeepsie. Occasional showers. We've had some rounds of heavier, steadier rain since this morning. But what we're tracking is that front. You can almost see that line of enhanced wind shift right here making its way to the south. So give it a couple more hours and our forecast showing that 9, 10 o'clock, especially north and west, drying out first. Eventually from Islip and Bridgeport, by midday, you are also drying out. You see the skies are clearing too, so we'll get some bright sunshine to wrap up the day. But it is going to be turning much cooler. We've got a breeze that kicks in as well, and just a short break of this cool, dry weather because we have another wind and rainmaker in the making by Sunday and into Monday. So that's the next one to watch, that coastal low. And as it drives those east-northeast winds, we could be looking at some issues along the coast. And speaking of, we do have some coastal advisories posted for Monmouth and Ocean County. This is for the next couple of high tides. We have a nearly full moon, and so we see that for tomorrow especially. There's the Como Bridge somewhere. We're seeing some of that steadier rain come on by. As you can see, temperatures nearly steady through the day. One thing that you will notice by tomorrow, how much cooler and drier it is, especially with that north wind, down to 49 degrees tomorrow morning, even colder by Friday morning. As far as highs, by Thursday, upper 50s near 60 degrees, and then we kind of settle into the mid 60s through Sunday. Once we get past this Sunday-Monday system, a chance to kind of catch our breath here, and yes, temperatures rebound just a little into the low 70s next week. All right, 6:48, delays and delays, Adele.
Delays and suspensions. Actually, B trains are completely knocked out both ways. This is because of a broken rail at 34th Street. Also, as a result of that, your D trains, you will see some service changes on the uptown side, and your A, C, E, and F trains, you've got delays heading both ways. Making your way onto the roads, not much better through here. It's slick, it's wet. We've got ponding in areas. Give yourself plenty of extra time out there. We're going to head up north now onto Route 9 southbound. Major backups here heading into Croton Point Avenue because of a crash, taking out a couple of lanes. Heading a little further down, still watching this accident on the Bruckner Expressway westbound by Hunts Point Drawbridge. Delays are back past the Bruckner interchange, and alternate side parking rules are suspended for today. Meter rules remain in effect. Darlene, back to you.
Thanks so much. It's morning, everybody. Thank you for streaming with us. It's Wednesday, October 8th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is here tracking roads and rails, and Storm Team Corps' Maria LaRosa here with today's forecast. What's happening, Maria?
Yeah, it's been a messy morning. It's amount of rainfall that we can handle. It's just timing hasn't been the best. And of course, all these leaves coming down, some slick spots out there too. So we want to time out not just the end of the rain, but the start of the sunshine again. As you can see, though, this line right here, that's tracking the progress of our wind shift and some of that drier air already trying to work its way in. That's that boundary. Until that happens, we will still have a chance for some showers, so a few more hours. But that train track of rain all the way from New England through the mid-Atlantic. So again, temperature-wise, we've peaked already today. It's going to then settle into the mid-60s with a brisk first southerly wind and then cooler, drier northerly wind. The rain should wrap up for everyone by about lunchtime. By the afternoon, sunshine, 4 p.m. temperature still about 66 degrees. Yanks game looking good with clear skies, but already by the time the game wraps up, we'll be dipping into the upper 50s, more like the 40s by tomorrow morning. All right, has it made it easier out there, Adele, as far as road conditions?
Definitely not. And unfortunately, the rail's not really cooperating for us right now either. Your B trains are completely suspended both ways because of a broken rail at 34th Street. Also because of that rail, D trains, you're going to see some service changes heading uptown. A, C, E, and F trains, you can expect to see delays both ways, and those roads a mess right now. Bruckner Expressway westbound, crash takes out a lane by the Hunts Point Drawbridge. Delays back to the Bruckner interchange, and alternate side is suspended for today. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adele. It is Wednesday morning. We saw Gabi just a little while ago.
Maria.
Soaked with the rain.
We must protect Gabi at all costs.
Protect the Gabi.
Yes. We do have these really gusty winds with this boundary that's pushing through right now. Temperature-wise, still ahead of the cold push, 60s and 70s from Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, the Bronx, of course, where Gabi is. That cold front, though, really bringing temperatures down enough for frost advisories tonight in some spots, but by Friday morning, freeze watches where we could see below freezing temperatures. Take a look at these numbers coming up in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you so much. And then, Maria.
Making your way out to the rails, we've got some good news. B trains are back up and running with delays, though. You can also expect to see delays with your A, C, E, D, F, and Staten Island Railway. Not in the clear yet, though. Still lots of slowdowns on the roads. We're going to break it all down for you coming up in a few minutes. Here's a live look outside right now onto the New Jersey Turnpike by Newark Airport. You're watching Today in New York.
Right. Leaf peeping season it is.
Here we are.
That and pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
All the things, and we're going to get the weather to follow suit. It's going to really feel like fall soon. But one thing that we have been watching, of course, the drought, which has been really bad, extra bad, and through parts of New England. So it's kind of lessened the vibrancy of the color. It's always going to be beautiful this time of year. But one thing that's going to kind of bring about some of the leaf drop, maybe a little faster, the rain and wind. We've got two big rain and wind makers here, one being today. Of course, these winds today so far have been out of the south, and we've already seen gusts 20, 30 miles per hour, but they're going to come gusting 20 plus miles per hour by this afternoon out of the north. So it's going to be a much cooler, drier breeze and just add that October chill. But yeah, we've got this leading edge of these gusty winds. We saw Gabi earlier, and right now we're starting to get enveloped in this little rain batch here, but you can see just off to the right of your screen the brighter skies. So we do have this sort of leading edge of this boundary just about right over and through Midtown right now. So if you look at the last couple of hours, you can really pick it out too, and that was enough to bring about those extra gusty winds right there. Now, as far as the rain to go, we have a couple more hours. I stop it at noontime still for parts of South Jersey, Long Island into Connecticut, but for the most part that steadier rain is done, and in fact sunshine breaking out this afternoon. High pressure builds in, so it keeps us dry, does keep us cool into Saturday, but by the time we get to Sunday, really watching this next area of low pressure, and it could get hung up off the coast. A couple of things that this will do: keep the rain chances in, but also bring about some more gusty winds and potentially some coastal flooding concerns. We do have, in fact, not related to that, but the northeast flow for tomorrow and into Friday, some coastal flood advisories, including Monmouth and Ocean County, some higher high tides. So again, as we look at the Cuomo Bridge, some showers continuing the next few hours. Sun breaks out, but temperatures tonight dropping 30s to the north and west, about 49 in the city, even colder for Friday. Again, some of those freeze watches posted. And then by the time we get to Sunday and Monday, those shower chances, the wind as well, we'll be watching. After that, that next chance to not only dry out, but get those high temperatures to bounce back up close to 70, at least for a couple days. All right, a slow go, delays and slowdowns. Adele, what's the latest?
Yeah, we've got a lot going on. As I mentioned earlier, though, the good news is we do have our B trains and D trains fully restored, but you can expect to see delays there. Hitting the roads right now, you're going to see slick roadways, ponding in areas. You're going to need some extra time, and of course, be very careful out there. We continue to watch this crash here on the Bruckner Expressway in the Bronx westbound side by the Hunts Point drawbridge. One lane closed off, but still seeing a solid ride back past the Bruckner interchange. Heading a little further down BQE westbound by exit 34 from Morgan Avenue. An accident here blocks a lane. Delays are back to Queens Boulevard, and we continue to watch a crash 80 eastbound into exit 61. This will impact your commute heading into the George. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you so much.